Good morning, everyone. I am Princess Sipitogo, and here to discuss to you my performance test about cultural paper cut. This activity entitled "Let's Create," and this activity helps students learn about appreciate different cultures by making traditional paper crafts from various countries, and it aims to improve fine motor skills and creativity, understand cultural symbols, patterns, and art through hands-on activities and practice teamwork and collaboration. The objective of this activity aims to broaden students' understanding and appreciation of diverse cultural tradition through the hands-on creation of traditional paper crafts. Engaging in paper crafting helps enhance students' fine motor skills, precision, and creativity as they cut, fold, and assemble various materials. By recreating traditional crafts, students learn to recognize and appreciate the significance of cultural symbols, patterns, and artistic techniques. So let's go to the next part. The procedure begins with an introduction discussing how people in different countries create special paper art and the importance of learning about other cultures. Students are divided into small groups and assigned a country. And this activity concludes with a discussion about what everyone learned, guided by questions such as what they learned about the culture they researched, and making the paper craft helped them understand the culture's art and symbols, and what similarities and differences they saw between the paper crafts from different cultures. Students are encouraged to draw a picture or write a few sentences about their favorite part of the activity. Next is the rubrics of the activity is assessed using a rubric that evaluates research and design, craftsmanship, cultural understanding, presentation, and reflection. This structured yet creative activity ensures that students not only learn about different cultures but also develop fine motor skills, creativity, and teamwork, fostering an appreciation for cultural diversity and the significance of traditional arts. Good morning, everyone. I am Princess Sipitogo, and here to discuss to you my performance test about cultural paper cut. This activity entitled "Let's Create," and this activity helps students learn about appreciate different cultures by making traditional paper crafts from various countries, and it aims to improve fine motor skills and creativity, understand cultural symbols, patterns, and art through hands-on activities and practice teamwork and collaboration. The objective of this activity aims to broaden students' understanding and appreciation of diverse cultural tradition through the hands-on creation of traditional paper crafts. Engaging in paper crafting helps enhance students' fine motor skills, precision, and creativity as they cut, fold, and assemble various materials. By recreating traditional crafts, students learn to recognize and appreciate the significance of cultural symbols, patterns, and artistic techniques. So let's go to the next part. The procedure begins with an introduction discussing how people in different countries create special paper art and the importance of learning about other cultures. Students are divided into small groups and assigned a country. And this activity concludes with a discussion about what everyone learned, guided by questions such as what they learned about the culture they researched, and making the paper craft helped them understand the culture's art and symbols, and what similarities and differences they saw between the paper crafts from different cultures. Students are encouraged to draw a picture or write a few sentences about their favorite part of the activity. Next is the rubrics of the activity is assessed using a rubric that evaluates research and design, craftsmanship, cultural understanding, presentation, and reflection. This structured yet creative activity ensures that students not only learn about different cultures but also develop fine motor skills, creativity, and teamwork, fostering an appreciation for cultural diversity and the significance of traditional arts.
So for the financial literacy, the performance tasks that needed to be done is money, 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 spend it wisely. So for the objectives of the activity, first is to understand the concept of tracking expenses and budgeting, to develop skills in calculating and monitoring spending habits, and also to make informed decisions about spending money wisely. Then, to do the activity, the materials needed are pen or pencils, paper, and also calculator. So, for the procedure, first is to introduce the concept of tracking expenses and the importance of spending wisely. Then, after that, instruct students to track their expenses for 1 week on their own paper. And at the end of the week, students should calculate the total amount spent and analyze their spending patterns. And each student will present their findings to the class. Last is, students should explain their tracking results and insight gained for better financial management. And after the activity, they need to answer 3 questions. So the first is, how did tracking your expenses for a week help you understand your spending habits? Then number 2, what are some challenges you face during the activity? Then number 3, what strategies can you use to stay within budget and avoid overspending? Then the last part is the rubrics to rate the activity. First is the completion of expense tracking with a total of 30%, then accuracy.
Good day everyone, I am Amaros Arcuba and I will discuss the activity for critical literacy. So this activity is all about reading and comprehending, which is entitled Read Me Till I Stop. So the objectives for this activity is to test the comprehension of the students and how well they understand the sentence. The next one is to sharpen their comprehension and reading skills. And the last is to enhance their critical thinking skills. So at the end of this activity, the students are expected to sharpen their comprehension and reading skills. So we all know that reading is one of the most important things a child should achieve. So by performing this activity, their reading and comprehension skills will be tested. So the materials needed for this activity is clock or timer. The procedure will be, number 1 is the students should group themselves into 3 members. So after the groupings, 1 member of each group are asked to read a sentence and he or she should read it only within 10 seconds. So after the timer stops, he or she should be able to pass the meaning of the sentence to the standby groupmate. And the second groupmate should also pass the message or meaning of the sentence accurately to the last member of the group. So this activity will just like pass the message. So the last procedure for this activity is that the last member should pass the message or meaning of the sentence accurately to the last to see if their comprehension and reading skills are right. And the guide questions for this activity is, number 1, what do you think is the purpose of this activity? Next one is, are you able to do the activity right? How? And the last one will be, what have you learned doing this activity? So, the purpose of giving guide questions for this activity is to see if they really understand why did they do this activity and to see if they learn something from this activity. So, the next one and the last part for the activity is the rubrics. So, number 1 is the communication or clearly communicated answers for a total of 40 points. The next one is the participation. So if they pass the accurate answer to another team members, they should be able to get a 30 points. So and the last one for the rubric will be teamwork. So if they have a good teamwork by coming up with a strategy on how they can execute the activity, um, they should will they should get a 30 points. So overall of this rubric for a total of 100 points.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Erica J. Miranda, and this is the performance activity in Media Information Literacy. So, the title of the activity is Differentiate the Fact and Opinion. So, the objectives of the activity are students are expected to know the difference between fact and opinion. Second is learn to spot the real and fake news. Next is enhance their teamwork and strategies in group works. And next is students realizing that not all opinions are true. And lastly, students should learn how to accept the different beliefs of people. Alam naman natin na sa panahon ngayon is laganap na yung fake news. That's why kapag na-differentiate natin yung fact and opinion is mas makakatulong to sa atin para mas maging media information literate. Also yung pag-spot ng real and fake news dahil alam naman natin na yung AI is nandiyan na, yung technology sobrang developed na to the fact na mas nagiging realistic na yung mga video, even the audio is nagagaya na. Lahat is nagiging peke na, which is hindi na rin siya maganda para sa ating society dahil yung iba napapaniwala. So this activity aims to develop the media information literacy ng mga estudyante. Dahil dito, pwede silang maging mapanuri, maging mas careful sila sa mga sinishare nilang information. Also, yung pagtanggap nila ng mga pagkakaiba-iba ng mga opinion tsaka yung beliefs ng tao. Dahil isa rin yun sa karakteristik na dapat taglayin para maging isang media information literate. So, what are the materials needed? First is flashcard that says fact and opinion to be distributed by group in the class. Second is PowerPoint that flashes information that might be a fact or opinion. So this is the procedure. The class will be divided into 4 groups. Each group will receive the flashcard and they are expected to raise their answer if the sentence on the PPT is a fact or opinion. So there will be 20 sentences and they have 30 seconds each question to raise their answer. In every right answer, they will gain a point. The group winner will have an additional score for the quiz. So, interactive siya which is by group nga siyang gagawin. Magkakaroon din sila ng chance para makipag-interact sa mga kaklase nila. Also, dito rin mas madedevelop yung pag-accept nila sa different ideas, magiging open sila sa iba't ibang opinion and beliefs ng mga kaklase nila. So, these are the guide questions. How can you say that an information is a fact? Second is, do opinions can be factual? In what way? Third is, what will you do if a person insists that an information is fact even if it was only based on their opinion? For the first question kasi is, kapag na-determine mo kung ano yung katotohanan, kung ano ba yung karakteristik ng isang information na totoo, masasabi natin na media information literate na yung isang tao dahil alam niya yung mga bahagi at mga katangian na dapat taglayin na isang impormasyon na totoo or may credibility para magamit sa iba't ibang bagay. Sa second question naman is, do opinions can be factual? In what way? Kaya ko siya natanong is because I believe po na it is possible since meron tayong research, meron tayong science na pwede mag-prove na yung opinion is totoo. Kung maraming nag-agree sa isang opinion is magiging factual na rin yung isang information. That's why gusto ko pong masagot to ng magiging estudyante ko in the future if ever na gagamitin ko po itong tanong na to. If if magdi-discuss ako about determining the fact and opinion. So, third question naman ko is, what will you do if a person insists that an information is fact, even if it was only based on their opinion? I believe po kasi na kapag may isang tao na pinipilit na yung opinion nila is tama, doon na nagkakaroon ng conflict between person. That's why, yung pagiging media information literate doesn't only require na maging marunong ka mag-determine ng mga information. Kailangan din, mai-apply mo rin siya sa buhay. So, these are the rubrics to rate the activity. First is teamwork. The students know how to finalize their answer, and they discuss in a cooperative way. Plus 5 points since isa rin siya sa dahilan kung bakit media information literate yung isang tao. Since nagkakaroon sila ng pagkakaiba-ibang idea para sa sasagutin nila kung about sa activity is nade-develop din nila yung accepting the different beliefs of the people. Since ayun nga yung objectives ng activity. Next is honesty. They don't copy the answer of the other groups and they are focusing on their own work. Plus 3 points since alam naman natin yung pagiging honest is one of the best characteristic din ng media information literate. Lalo na pag nag-share ka ng information. Kailangan galing sa'yo, kailangan hindi mo siya kinopya sa iba. Also, ayun nga, mawawala yung fun ng game or nung activity kung merong mga mandaraya. Kaya, plus 3 points siya. So, for alertness, they're raising their answer on or before the given time. Plus 2 points. So, if any of these are violated, the group's additional points will deducted. Total of 10 points.
Hello class! Hello students! My name is Teacher Alquin Maindy Magnanaw from BEd 1A. I am here to present your performance activity titled Exploring Space Through Art. So the main objectives or the objectives of this activity are to identify and learn more about planets in our solar system, to demonstrate the different sizes and distance of the planet to one another, to expand the imagination and creativity of each student, and practice their skills in interconnected arts and science. So in this activity, the materials that you needed are the styrofoam balls in different sizes po, the paints and the brushes, the strings or yarn, the scissors, glue, marker, and all other craft materials that needed. Also the pictures of the planet with their names. So the procedure is, first one is to give an introduction about the solar system by showing the pictures with names on them. Then, briefly discuss the different sizes, colors, the distance to the sun, and the other characteristic of each planet. Then divide the students into groups by giving them a chosen planet in each group. So each group selects a planet or celestial body to research. Groups then gather the information about their chosen planets, size, appearance, and notable features or different characteristics. And then the students create the planet models using styrofoam balls, the paints, the markers, and other materials that have been said. Then they also create a sun model and arrange the planets in order using the string or the fishing line. That process ensures the accurate depiction of their planets. And then each group will present their work and discusses their planets, the characteristic of the planets, and why they choose the specific colors or details, and how their model represent the solar system. So in this performance activity, there's 5 guide questions that will be answered. So the first one is, what are the names of each planet in the solar system and their characteristics? Number 2 is, differentiate the characteristics of each planet to one another. Then number 3, how did you decide the colors of the planet? Number 4, explain the uniqueness of each planet. And the last one, number 5, can you explain the relative distances and sizes of the planets in your model? So, the rubrics for this activity or the rate of this activity is the scientific accuracy, which is 30%, the creativity, which is also 30%, the organization, 10%, the collaboration is 20%, and the presentation skills, 10%, the total of 100%. I hope this performance activity, you will explore more about space using arts. Thank you very much. Again, this is teacher Alkin Magnano from BEd 1A. Bye, class!